aggressive cooperation by supporting participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, coaches, players, or other team representatives will not be tolerated or grounds removed from all the field. Also, possession or consumption of alcoholic beverages is prohibited. Also, beware of any foul ball sent your way during the game. Thank you. For today's ODAC baseball game featuring the Guilford College Quakers and your University Cougars. First, introducing the visiting Quakers. Batting leadoff in right field, number 2, Skylar Dork. Batting second, the catcher, number 21, Aaron Williams. Batting third baseman, number 5, Rylan Smith. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 8, Grayson Tudor. Batting fifth at first base, number 10, Ryan Rodriguez. Batting sixth at second base, number 12, Carter Bloom. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 9, Chris Shoemaker. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 15, Ethan George. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 24, Kristen Sheinen. Pitching today for Guilford is number 20, Tanner Royals. Guilford is coached by Zach Booker, and he's assisted by Hayes Anderson and Matt Breed. And now introducing your University Cougars. Leading off, the right fielder, number 27, Kevin Ziski. Batting second, the center fielder, number 20, Mason Williams. Batting third, the left fielder, number 9, Nolan McCabe. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 15, Trevor Testerman. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 41, Preston Robbins. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 11, J.C. Berry. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 1, Nathan McAllowitz. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 2, Nick Romano. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 49, Teddy Hauser. Pitching today for the Cougars, number 14, Jack Turner. Here is coached by Kenny Fleming, is assisted by Billy Coughlin and Tyler Smith. Fans, at this time we ask that you please honor America and rise to playing the national anthem.
Welcome, everybody, to the Averett Sports Network. My name is Thomas Senior III, and today we'll have midweek action for Averett baseball as they'll be taking on the visiting Guilford Quakers. The Quakers coming into today at 19-12, 6-10 in the ODAC as we enter the home stretch here of the 2025 season. Both teams jockeying for the playoffs. The Cougars come into today at 17-10, 9-8 in the ODAC. And on the mound for the Cougars will be Jack Turner. So Turner gets the ball here today for Averett. Big showdown here with the Quakers. As I mentioned, the playoffs are at the forefront of everybody's minds right now. Right now, Averett in a very favorable position. They control their own destiny, which is obviously all you want. We'll take a look at the defensive alignment here for the Cougars today on this Wednesday afternoon in Danville. The outfield left to right will be McCabe, Williams, and Ziske, per usual. And then in the infield, we'll have a little bit of a shakeup. Testerman at third, and then Nathan McAllowitz at short, Teddy Hauser at second, and then Nick Romano at first. As mentioned, on the bump, Jack Turner, and behind the plate will be J.C. Berry. The designated hitter today will be Preston P. Robbins. As we get set to have the first pitch here. Take a look at some of Jack Turner's stats here for you in just a moment. You saw him come into relief against Lynchburg in the second game. But for Jack, this will be his 9th appearance, his second start. 6 2/3 innings pitched. And he's got that strikeout going for him. He's got 5 in 6 innings of work, as the first batter of the game will be Skylar Dark. Dark, the right fielder for today's game for Guilford. So Averett getting set here to battle it out against the Quakers, a team that they beat earlier in the season in Greensboro. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1, and we're underway. One-0 pitch here to Dark will be inside for ball 2. And the 2-0 pitch here. That's one going to miss as well. So now 3-0 to start the game. Dark batting .364 this season. And he's on with a leadoff walk here in the top of the first.
Now batting for 21, Aaron Williams.
Send up Aaron Williams here, the catcher. Williams getting the start here today for the Quakers. And batting second. .329 batting average as he squares to bunt, but fouls it back. Eight extra base hits, no home runs, with 17 RBIs for the catcher. Trying to get that runner over to second base if he's able to. That's Skylar Dark, who drew the 4-pitch walk. He's going to run. This one's going to be a hit and run back up the middle, and that's going to get down in front of Williams for a base hit. Rounding second and heading towards third is Dark. The throw is in time. He came off the base, and Trevor Testerman applied the tag. So big play there. A great throw from Mason Williams. And there's one away here in the top of the first. So it's a base hit for Aaron Williams, but Skylar Dark thrown out at third base. Hit and run, and he had to stop there a little bit, make sure that Williams wasn't going to catch that ball, and that ultimately slowed him up enough to get him out at third base. And here's another hit in towards right field this time. Ziske gets it, and it's the cutoff man, but it's going to be back-to-back base hits here for the Quakers. So Rylan Smith, who is one of the best hitters in the ODAC this season, batting over 435 RBIs, gets a hit right there, and now Guilford, 2 men aboard with 1 away. And Ryland Smith's the guy we're going to talk about as this game goes on. Guilford's best offensive player, the junior infielder from Archdale, North Carolina. Send up the 4-hitter here, the left fielder, Grayson Tudor. And he takes ball up. And now J.C. Berry's going to go out and talk with Jack. Guilford coming in today at 19-12. It's one of their best seasons in a long time. They're trying to finish out the season 6 games over 500 for the first time since 2006. And head coach Zach Booker, who I'm very familiar with. I got to be around him during my high school years. Just a great baseball mind in the Triad, and he's really done a good job at turning this Quakers program around. And if you're around the Triad, most likely know about Coach Zach Booker and the work that he's done. Got some time at the Greensboro Batting Center as well, and now a chance to coach Guilford, and they have had a terrific season and still mathematically alive for the playoffs. As Turner, misses that one outside. Now it's 2-0. Two balls and no strikes here to Grayson Tudor. And that one finds the outside corner. Ahead of the count here is Tudor as he takes a fastball high, and now well ahead of the count. It's 3-1. And this is a spot right here. If you're Tudor, you got to be sitting dead red fastball. Turner obviously not wanting to walk him and load the bases. Ryan Rodriguez waits on deck. Big pitch here. 3-1 is inside for ball 4. And so Turner now has found himself in a little bit of trouble here. 2 hits and a couple of walks have now loaded the bases. Send up Ryan Rodriguez, 376 hitter this year with a couple of home runs and 27 RBIs, the second most on the Quakers. Still only 1 away here, but Turner's a ground ball in the middle infield away from getting out of this. As that one finds the inside corner. Ooh, that one way inside. Rodriguez was just able to get out of the way. A breaking ball there from Turner that misses, and now it's 2-1. So now backs against the wall right here. This one got to be in the zone, flirting with the 3-1 count with the bases loaded. But breaking ball on 1-1. Let's see what he does here. Here comes the pitch, and it's a fastball blown by Rodriguez, and now it's 2-2. Big pitch here for Jack. He's got 5 strikeouts this season, looking to make it 6 with a big one right here. Here it comes, and it's fouled back. Two balls and 2 strikes right here to Rodriguez. And it's a breaking ball swung on and missed for strike 3. Big pitch there from Jack Turner, and there's 2 away. That is a huge strikeout right there with the runner at third and less than 2 outs. The confidence to go to that pitch. 2-2 count. Nice work there from Jack Turner. Send up Carter Bloom here with bases loaded now and 2 away. And just like that, Turner just needs one more out to get out of this. That one misses low. How big was that throw from Mason Williams throwing out Skylar Dark at third base? A base hit from Aaron Williams up the middle is a hit and run. And Dark tried to stretch it from first to third and ultimately got thrown out. It's a huge play. It's got Guilford scoreless here. That one misses inside, and so now it's 2-0. Carter Bloom, Chris Shoemaker waits on deck. 20-pitch inning here for Jack Turner. Looking to keep Guilford at 0 runs here in the top of the first. Big pitch right here, 2-0. And Bloom taking all the way and in there for a strike. Bloom just over 300 this season at 301. 10 RBIs. 2-1 pitch here to Bloom is high for ball 3. And now there's nowhere else to go. Turner got to find the strike zone here, or Guilford will take the first lead of the game. Three balls and 1 strike here to Bloom. And that one misses. And it's going to walk in a run. Guilford's going to take the first lead now. So 3 walks in the inning for Jack Turner. A couple of base hits. I'll send up the lefty here, Chris Shoemaker, the DH, the 7-hole hitter. Shoemaker just batting 176 on the season, as that one misses outside. So it's been a tough season for Shoemaker, and only a couple RBIs on the season, a small sample size and 12 at-bats. Getting a big moment right here, late in the season and the start of the DH. And Shoemaker flies this one to left center field in towards the gap and over the head of McCabe. That's going to score everybody on base, and Shoemaker is going to get in with a standing double. A 4-run top of the first for Guilford. And the biggest hit of Chris Shoemaker's season so far. Clearing the bases, Shoemaker sends a ride over the head of McCabe and left. 3 hits in this inning and 3 walks, and a nightmarish start here for Averett. And that one in there for a strike to Ethan George, the shortstop, the 8-hitter, and Guilford is close to batting around here in the top of the first. There's still another run in scoring position right here. And it's going to be up to Ethan George to drive him in. A windy day here in Danville. You think that ball that Shoemaker hit was carried a little bit over the head of McCabe. He thought it might have been a little bit more in. And this one's sky towards shallow center, and the wind taking it. Williams having to backtrack, and he drops it. It falls to the ground. And just like I mentioned, the wind being a huge factor out there is Williams. That's a play he makes 10 out of 10 times right there. It just falls over his head, and now a 5-run inning for Guilford. So the error on Williams there, and it'll bring up the 9-hitter here, Christian Sheen there, trying to bring in another run. Everything that can go wrong, going wrong right now for Averett, and still trying to get out of it. That one in there for a strike. When these two teams faced off earlier in the season, it was a really good game in Greensboro, and the game Averett won by 1 run, as this one's going to be hit over towards McCabe, coming over and making the catch, and that will retire the side, but not before Guilford drops 5 runs on Averett here in the top of the first on 4 hits. To the bottom of the first inning here, Averett's got some work to do. And welcome everybody to the bottom of the first. Thomasini the third here on the Averett Sports Network, and the Cougars got some work to do. They gave up 5 runs in that top of the first inning to Guilford, and obviously we'll be talking about it a bunch this game, but we are in the final 6 games, and both teams trying to make the playoffs. Averett in a much more favorable position, but Guilford's still alive, and for Averett, you know, it really just comes down to, honestly, at least breaking even. Finishing 3-3 would more than likely get them into the playoffs, but anything less than 3-3, you start talking about a 2-5 or even a 1-5 record in the last 6, they could be in some trouble. And Kevin Ziske, first pitch swinging, drives this one to center field, diving and making the catch. Gene in there getting over into the gap and making a diving play, a spectacular highlight reel catch there to save an extra base hit. Again, the wind just taking the ball out into left field, and he had to get a really good jump to make that catch, and he did. Now there's one away. Williams swinging first pitch, chops this one into foul ground, and that one is going to be caught out of play. So Williams taking a cut there and hitting it into foul territory. Williams coming into today batting .326. A home run and 16 RBIs, and that one home run he hit was huge against Shenandoah late in the second game of the doubleheader. Averett ultimately lost that game, but still, what a terrific moment for Mason in his senior season. 2 balls and a strike here to Williams. And he chops this one foul, and now it's 2-2. Coach Booker going with one of his top arms today in Tanner Royals. This is his 7th start of the season. 32 strikeouts and 35 1/3 innings. 3-2 pitch here to Williams. This one is going to be hit foul. So Mason doing a good job here of staying alive. Royals and Williams battling it out here in a 3-2 pitch. Williams hits this one to center field. Coming over is Tudor. Called off Shinen, and he makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
Now batting for Averett, number 9, Nolan McCabe.
Send up Nolan McCabe here with 2 away and nobody on. McCabe, Averett's top hitter, .392 batting average, and 18 stolen bases, league leader in the ODAC. And a good breaking ball there from Royals to get ahead on McCabe, 0-1. Using that breaking ball early here in the first inning. Trying to get Averett out in front. The 1 pitch. This is down. Waiting on deck is Trevor Testerman. And the whole Preston Robbins. So Averett's top guys here getting a chance in the bottom of the first. So far haven't reached base. But McCabe was a terrific on-base percentage, over 50% this season. 22 walks and only 16 strikeouts. Looking to try to draw a walk maybe here. Instead, he rips this one through the hole, base hit. And so McCabe is on base here with 2 away. It's a 2-out single for Nolan.
Coming to the plate for the Cougars, number 15, Trevor Testerman.
Trevor Testerman now steps in with 1 on and 2 away. Going to give Averett a little bit of pop here. As mentioned, McCabe definitely a stolen base threat at first. See if he takes off. Averett's first hit of the day. And then Testerman laces this one back up the middle. That's a base hit. McCabe will take an aggressive turn, but hold at second. And now Averett, just like that, has a man in scoring position here with 2 away.
Up to bat for Averett, number 41, Preston Robbins.
Preston Robbins will step in now with an RBI chance. 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Looking to score Nolan McCabe, Averett's 2 fastest players on base at first and second in McCabe and Testerman. Comes a pitch from Royals. That one misses outside, and a nice pickup there from Williams. This is where Averett's offense is most dangerous. We've seen it all season long with 2 away and nobody on. Finding ways to get on base with 2 outs, scoring those runs with runners in scoring position. See if Robbins can do it right here as he takes a fastball in the inside corner for a strike. And timely hitting was what got Guilford those runs in the top of the first, that 3 RBI double by Chris Shoemaker. Robbins working ahead in the count here, 2-1. Waiting on deck for Averett is the catcher J.C. Berry. Big pitch here for Royals. 2-1 pitch. Outside for ball 3, and so now Averett trying to make an inning out of this after the first 2 hitters, Ziske and Williams, were retired. Robbins in a good hitter's count here to drive a fastball, 3-1. And he takes a fastball inside for ball 4, and so now the bases are loaded. And so back-to-back innings, both teams loading the bases up.
Now batting for Averett, the catcher, number 11, J.C. Berry.
Bring up J.C. Berry. Coach Zach Book is going to go out and have a talk with Royals, who's cruising through this inning here. Just like that, now the bases are loaded, and you got to give a lot of credit to McCabe. Like I said, 50% on base percentage, just finding a way to get on and pass the baton. And just like that, now 2 runners in scoring position for Barry. Barry, a .260 hitter this season with 12 RBIs. And 2 big ones out there early in this game. Down 5 runs. We've seen Averett come back. I mean, they trailed by 6 runs to Ferrum a couple of weeks ago, and were able to take the lead in that one. So, a 5-run deficit here. Averett looking to do the same. And Barry takes a ball inside. Barry had a big hit against Lynchburg in the first game of the doubleheader. Drove in a run with 2 outs. It gave Averett a 2-1 lead. Ultimately won that game over Lynchburg off the walk-off home run by Ziske. So Barry looking to come up clutch again right here for the boys. Head in the count 2-0. And he takes that one 3-0. And so now Tanner Royals' back is against the wall. He's got nowhere else to go. And he's got to throw a strike, and I'm sure JC will be taking all the way right here. Royals got to find it. The 3-0 pitch. And that one finds the outside corner for a strike. Waiting on deck is Nathan McAllowitz, shortstop, getting the start here today. Barry's got some work to do right here. 3-1 pitch. He swings and lines that one foul. And now stage is set. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The runners will be in motion here in the bottom of the first. Averett down 5-0, but with a chance here to score some runs off the bat of J.C. Barry. Here comes the big payoff pitch. Barry hits this one in towards the outfield, and that's going to get in front of Tudor and down for a base hit. That's going to score McCabe and Testerman, and it's a 2-out, 2 RBI single for J.C. Barry.
Heading to the plate for the Cougars, your shortstop, number 1, Nathan McAllowitz.
Nathan McAllowitz now will step in, and big time there from J.C. Barry. Again, just a clutch hitter in this lineup. Somebody that Averett can trust with the bat on his shoulders with 2 outs, and he comes up big again right there. Now first and second here, Averett cuts into that lead a little bit. It's 5-2. Bring up Nathan McAllowitz. McAllowitz will take a ball. Nathan looking for his first college hit, as he's only had a couple of at-bats. We saw him earlier in the season in that series against Brevard. Now coming up, getting a start here today. And he takes a good breaking ball there. And although he didn't have a hit to show for, I really liked how McAllowitz battled in some of his at-bats earlier in the season. He was able to draw a couple of full counts, foul a couple of tough pitches off. Right now, here late in the season, getting his number called. And he lines this one out towards the outfield, and that one's going to be a nice, easy catch for the center fielder. But not before Averett scores 2 runs. They cut into the Guilford lead. It's now 5-2. Jack Turner warming up here. J.C. Berry sending it down to second base as we get set for the top of the second inning. Guilford looking for an encore after their 5-run first. A 3 RBI double from Chris Shoemaker. And we'll start the top of the second how we started the top of the first with the leadoff hitter, Skylar Dark. Guilford almost batted around last inning. And Dark will take a fastball there for strike one. Jack Turner back out there for his second inning of work. And Dark slams this one back up the middle for a loud single here to start off the top of the second. 4 hits already for the Quakers, and they were just on it here early. Team with a really good offense and displaying that here so far. Send up Aaron Williams. He's 1 for 1 with a single. He'll square to bunt and try to get this one down, but it'll roll foul. See if Williams squares again. He does. Fastball misses outside. Pickoff attempt at first. He's back in safely. Averett coming into today up 3 games over Guilford. 3.5 games up on the 8 seed with 6 games remaining. As this one is going to be hit towards right field. Coming in is Ziski, but it's going to fall in front of him for a base hit. And Dark will be wise not to run to third this time. He'll stay at second. And it'll be first and second here with nobody out. So Quakers looking to continue their offensive explosion here early. And one of the most dangerous hitters in the ODAC stepping up to bat right here. It's Rylan Smith. Coach Fleming will come out. Let's see if he's going to make a move to the pen. He will. He'll go to the righty. And so whoever's coming out of the bullpen right now is going to be coming in a big spot. It looks like it's going to be Averett's #1 reliever to come out first, Will Green. And so that'll end the day for Jack Turner. He'll leave 2 runners on base with nobody out in the top of the second. Will Green going to get the ball here and try to shut down the Quakers. We'll be right back. Will Green making his 12th appearance on the season, a team lead for Averett as he comes in with a 10.24 ERA and a 1.76 WHIP, 9 2/3 innings pitched, and 5 strikeouts. So with 2 runners on here, and Ryland Smith, you would normally think a bunt, but a player of his caliber, I'm sure he'll probably be swinging the bat. Coming on into the day batting .400. He's already 1 for 1 with a single. Romano is playing in, so we'll see. He's going to swing, and it's going to get past McAllowitz and in for a base hit. That's going to score a run. Holding at second base is Williams, but Ryland Smith continuing his dominance in 2025 with another single and an RBI.
Now batting number 8, Grayson Tudor.
36th RBI on the season for Smith. And Guilford gets another run back. It's now 6-2. Grayson Tudor will now step in, the 4-hole hitter. Tudor is going to bunt and foul this one back. And it's 0-1. Oh, and 1 pitch here to Tudor as he squared to bunt the last time. Testerman creeping in, Romano playing way ahead of the base. Tudor's going to square to bunt. He's going to get it down. Romano's going to come in. This is going to be a tough play. He's going to throw it to first and just get Tudor in time. But it's a successful sacrifice bunt. Gets 2 runners in a scoring position here with just 1 away.
Now play number 10, Brian Rodriguez.
So Romano and Testerman will play in on the corners, and the middle infield will play back. Rodriguez steps in, and it's a breaking ball from Green that's popped up towards first base. Romano comes over and battles the wind, but makes the catch. A huge out right there. And Rodriguez pops up to the first base, and Romano. And now there's 2 away. It's a big time out. Carter Bloom now will step in. A big point in this game right now. If Averett's able to keep it at just 4, I feel pretty confident, but 2 runs played, gets up to 8-2. Could be bad news. Breaking ball there, just misses inside. Big cut and a swing and a miss. So Green gets the sign. Big stress innings here in the top of the second. That one's fouled back, and now he gets ahead 1-2. Bloom batting .301 this season. Green looking for the strikeout. And this one's going to be foul down the third baseline. This one's going to be hit over towards short. Tough hop on McAllowitz. Makes the play, throws to first, and he got him. Nice play there from Nathan McAllowitz to end the inning. Guilford does get a run, but Strand's 2 in scoring position. Send us to the bottom of the second inning here in Danville. 6-2 here as we enter the bottom of the second inning. Nick Romano will step in with the new walk-up song.
Number 2, Nick Romano.
10 out of 10 walk-up song right here from Nick Romano. Just had it changed. We still respect the superhero, Metro, but I like the walk-up song, Nick. Good job. He'll step in for his first at-bat and take a fastball high for ball 1. Cougars down by 4 runs here in the bottom of the second. Royals in his second inning of work. And, whoa, hey now. A wake-up call for Romano as he takes that one inside for ball 2. Royals had a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone in that first inning, as he does right here. 3-0 to Romano. Nick getting the start at first base. And the 3-0 pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. The 3-1 pitch here to Nick. This one's going to be hit over towards second base, but caught by Bloom. And there's one away.
Now batting for the Cougars, the second baseman, number 49, Teddy Hauser.
Teddy Hauser now will step in for Averett. Teddy playing second base here today. .333 batting average and a small sample size. This is only his 4th at-bat of the season as he lines that one foul past Coach Smitty. Keep your head up over there, Smitty. Hauser swings and hits this one to second base. Bloom gets it, throws it to first in time, and there's 2 away.
Stepping up to the plate, Raven. Number 27, Kevin Ziski.
And in steps Averett's hottest hitter in the final few weeks of the season. Here's Big Kevo, Kevin Ziski. .363 batting average, but had a monster weekend against Lynchburg. Takes a strike right there. Ziski 1 for 1 on the day so far with a base hit in the first inning. It came up clutch in multiple situations against the Hornets on Sunday. Obviously that home run that gave Averett the lead, the win over number 2 Lynchburg in the first game of the doubleheader. As he fouls that one out of play. Royals looking for a clean inning. He gave up 2 runs in the first. And he's 1 strike away from getting Averett out in order right here. Balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and nobody on to Ziski. And that one misses outside for ball 3. And so Royals got to be careful. He got the first 2 batters out in the last inning and then loaded the bases and gave up 2 runs. And Ziski lines this one up the middle, base hit. Whoa, that took a big hop off the lip of the outfield and gets in there for a single. So Kevin's on with a 2-out hit. And this is where Averett tries to make their money. 2-out base runner. You got the top of the order coming up, and it's time to cook. They'll bring up Mason Williams. Williams 0 for 1. First pitch to Williams is going to be swung on and hit in towards left field for a base hit. Ziski, big turn, stays at second, and just like that again, Averett. 2 base runners on after first 2 players made out. Nice hit there from Mason Williams, first hit of the day. I like Mason in that 2-hole. You know, they had him in the 9 for a lot of this season, and obviously with his speed and his ability to put the ball in play, kind of served as a secondary leadoff hitter at the bottom of the order. But I do think Mason slotting in that 2-hole just fits him really well. And he's been having success there so far this season. So it'll send up Nolan McCabe. McCabe on base last inning with a walk. Ziske at second and Williams at first. Averett down by 4. McCabe actually reached with a hit last inning, not a walk. Waiting on deck is Trevor Testerman. Base hit would score a run for Averett. Royals finding himself in some more 2-out trouble as McCabe hits this one over to third. Smith gets it. He'll step on the bag, and that'll retire the side. Averett strands 2 at first and second. Go to the top of the third, and the Cougars down by 4. Nathan Comer gets the ball here in the top of the third inning, and Averett down 6-2. Comer coming in here, making his 4th appearance on the season. 2 2/3 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, a walk, and a strikeout. Coming back from Tommy John surgery, he had a long rehab back, and obviously just happy to have him back out on the field and in a Cougars jersey in his senior season. Somebody that Averett relies on, and obviously was a huge starter for them a couple of seasons ago in his sophomore season, had an injury-riddled junior year, and now back on the mound for his senior season. So Comer's going to come in here and try to keep this red-hot offense at bay. Guilford has scored in each of the first 2 frames. 6 hits on 6 runs. Comer chops this one over towards second base. Teddy Hauser has trouble with it, and he can't get it out of his glove. It's going to be an error on Hauser. And that one looks easy, but the way it kind of spun off his bat there and the kind of jam shot, that ball was spinning. And sometimes those spinning balls are really hard to get out of your glove. So Hauser had some trouble with that one, and it's a leadoff base runner for the Quakers. This one's going to be hitting towards foul ground. Romano's going to give it a look, but it's going to go out of play. Nathan Comer, the senior out of South Boston, Virginia, in Halifax County High School. We mentioned it, made a ton of starts in his sophomore season. 16 games as a freshman as the runner goes, but now retreats back to first. The throw is going to be in time. And so very questionable play there as the runner from Guilford at first base take off. And not sure why he went back, but he did, and it'll help Averett out as now there's one away. Nice throw there from Preston Robbins, or J.C. Berry. Gonna get the runner out at first base. Ethan George now looking to reach. That one misses outside, ball 2. But 16 starts as a freshman, 16 games, 8 starts as a freshman, and then he pitched 48 in the 3rd innings in his sophomore season. And the junior season just battling through injuries, and then ultimately got Tommy John surgery, but back now. One of the hardest throwers on Averett's staff. A 2-2 pitch here. This one's going to be hit over towards Ziski and right. Retreats a couple of steps back and makes the catch, and there's 2 away. So Comer's able to rebound after the leadoff error by Hauser. Chen now will step in, the center fielder, with 2 outs and nobody on. So 0-1 here, Chen takes that one outside. Waiting on deck is the leadoff hitter, Skylar Dark, as this one's going to be hit towards right field. Ziski, a couple of steps to his left, makes the nice easy catch, and that'll retire the side. Nice work from Nathan Comer coming out of the bullpen and shutting down the Quakers. Send us to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Averett still down 6-2. Trevor Testerman stepping in here for Averett.
The 3rd baseman, number 15, Trevor Testerman.
Testerman steps in here, and first pitch from Royals will be in the dirt for ball 1. Cougars looking to mount a little bit of momentum offensively. They went down. Testerman fouls that one off, and now it's 1-1. So, as I mentioned, Averett no runs in the last inning. He scored 2 in the bottom of the 1st. Testerman coming in here 1 for 1 on the day, and he takes that one for a strike. And Preston Robbins waits on deck for Averett, and then J.C. Berry. Testerman looking to get a leadoff base runner here, and he chops this one foul over the head of Coach McLaughlin at third. I know if the opportunity comes again for Coach Billy, he will leap and make that catch. We'll see. Hits this one to shortstop. A nice play for George. Throws it to first. Gets off the bag, but makes a nice catch. Rodriguez is able to get off and catch it and tag Testerman simultaneously, and there's one away.
Now batting the Cougars, number 41, Preston Robbins.
Preston Robbins now will step in. One out and nobody on. Royals gets that one in there for a strike. Five hits so far through the first two frames for Averett. And Robbins hits this one to third. Smith takes a step back, fires it over to Rodriguez in time. And just like that, there's 2 up, 2 down. And so Royals has gotten the first 2 batters in each of the first 3 innings. This has been the problem, though, for him, is after he got the first 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning, he proceeded to give up 2 runs and the bases loaded. In the last inning, he gave up a couple of base hits as well. So let's see if he's able to execute right here. He's had some trouble with 2 outs and nobody on. Barry takes a fastball outside. JC's 1 for 1 with that big 2-out, 2 RBI single in the bottom of the first inning. And that one misses outside. We head down the home stretch here with just 6 games left. These weekday games become huge. Obviously, Averett, a team that Guilford is chasing in the standings. 3 games back with 6 to go. Barry hits this one up the middle. George, nice play, throws to first. Again, coming off the bag is Rodriguez, but this time Barry is safe. A terrific effort there from the shortstop, George. But it's not enough as J.C. Barry is able to reach base safely.
Stepping up to the plate for the Cougars, the shortstop, number 1, Nathan.
Nice job there from Barry using the athleticism to get out of the way of Rodriguez. And he'll reach base safely. Infield single. So send up Nathan McAllowitz here. Runner at first base with 2 outs, and McAllowitz, first pitch swinging, fouls it back. So Royals closing in on 60 pitches here in the 3rd inning. Gotta imagine Coach Booker will be using that bullpen at some point down the stretch. As McAllowitz skies this one to left field, Wynn's taking it all the way over towards the line and making the catch is Tudor. Oh my goodness. The Wynn took that one all the way down towards the left field line and towards the foul pole, and he's able to make the one-handed snag to end the inning. So tough luck there from McAllowitz. As that'll retire the side, it'll send us to the top of the 4th inning. We're still at 6-2. Corbin Mickle on the bump for Averett as we start the top of the 4th inning. Cougars down by 4 runs.
Now pitching for Cougars, number 16, Corbin Mickle. And at the plate for Guilford, number 2, Skylar Dark.
Dark will lead us off here. The leadoff hitter for the Quakers. Takes a first pitch fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. Corbin Mickle making his 13th appearance on the season, surpassing Will Green II for the most. We saw Will Green pitch earlier in the game. 6.95 ERA for Corbin, 33 2/3 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts to just 10 walks. And he's also got a save, and so Mickle will be coming in here to look to shut down the Quakers, as this one's going to be lined in towards center field for a leadoff single for the leadoff hitter Dark. 7th hit of the day for the Quakers. Aaron Williams now comes in. 2 for 2 so far, and we're only in the 4th inning. And for his 3rd hit. And there goes the runner Dark. The throw from Barry's going to be right on the money and in time. Beautiful throw there from J.C. Barry. And Dark is left in the dark there, thrown out at second base. That's the 2nd time he's made out on the base paths. Got thrown out at 3rd base from Mason Williams, and Barry throws him out at 2nd. Guilford's been running themselves out of a couple of innings here. We had the pickoff throw to first base on the fake stolen base attempt. So 3 times the Quakers have made out on the base paths, twice by Dark. Ball on 2 strikes here to Williams, and he takes that one high for ball 2. That one just outside for ball 3. This one fouled back. The Quakers are able to take this one over Averett. They would move within 2 games of the Cougars. The series would be split at 1-1. It would go to a tiebreaker after head-to-head, and so things would get interesting down the stretch. Nice pitch there from Mickle. Got him looking for strike 3. Much to the dismay of Aaron Williams, he goes down on strikes, and there's 2 away. Send up Ryland Smith here with nobody on and 2 outs. He's 2 for 2 so far with an RBI. But after this game, Averett will have 5 games left. And home field advantage not completely out of the picture either. They would probably have to sweep Randolph-Macon this weekend on the road. And obviously get this one as well. And Mickle finding a groove right now. It's 0-2. Mickle coming in here and pounding the zone. Balls in 2 strikes, and a good 0-2 pitch there. Smith doesn't bite. One-two pitch. Struck him out, and that will retire the side. Nice pitch there from Corbin Mickle. Terrific inning as he gets Guilford's 1-2-3 hitters 1-2-3. Send us to the bottom of the 4th inning, and the Cougars looking for some runs, down by 4. Nice inning there from Mickle. Tanner Royals back out for his 4th inning of work. And he'll get Nick Romano here in the bottom of the 4th. With the new walk-up song, of course. Gotta mention that. Mono 0 for 1 so far, looking for his first hit. And he swings through that one. 6 hits through 3 innings so far for Royals. Walk, no strikeouts, and 2 earned runs. And a 4-run lead that his offense has given him. 60 pitches as well. And so Coach Booker, see how long he lets Royals go. That one misses inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to start off the bottom of the 4th to Romano. And he swings and hits this one to right center field, coming in and diving and making the catch. No way. Geenan makes another terrific catch out there in center field. It's the 2nd one that he's made in the first 4 innings. Oh, my goodness. And Romano is robbed of extra bases. I mean, is that Willie Mays out there? My goodness. I mean, that one seemingly was going to come down and land in front of him, but diving and making the catch. Now swinging first pitch and getting it over to Bloom. He's going to make the nice, easy throw to first, and just like that, there's 2 away. So Royals has really found his stride here. Kevin Ziske now will step up. Flip the lineup now. Big Kevo 1 for 2 so far. At a base hit in his last at bat. Swinging and fouling that one back. Guilford looking for a rare road win. They've been one of those weird teams that have been so good at home and then have struggled when getting on the bus. They started the season 9-1 at home, 13-5 right now. Ziske hits this one to left field. That one's going to have a shot heading towards the wall. That one's off of the wall and down for a base hit. And he'll head towards second base with a 2-out double. Almost had some deja vu from Sunday. That one just missed getting out. It's a 2-out double for Kevin Ziske, and it's going to set up Mason Williams with a shot here for an RBI. So Ziske bangs that one off of the left field wall for his second hit. Just continuing his scorching hot tear the last couple of weeks. Making a bid for ODAC Player of the Week for sure. And again, Averett looking to do their damage with 2 outs and nobody on. Now with a runner at second and Mason Williams up, who's 1 for 2. Heavy breaking ball usage for Royals. Gets it to 1-1. Foul ball here, and now getting ahead in the count is Royals 1-2. Waiting on deck is Nolan McCabe. 7 hits for Averett, matching Guilford, just hasn't resulted in the runs. Obviously, that 3-run double in the first inning from Shoemaker, the difference right now. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Nice block there from Williams. And again, moving Mason up in the lineup here, get him more pitches to hit when you've got the protection of McCabe behind you. Even with the base open right now, you can't really pitch around Williams. Royals' 2-2 pitch is going to be on the outside corner for strike 3 looking. And so Royals gets out of the jam with his first strikeout of the afternoon. Send us to the top of the 5th inning here, and Averett still down 6-2. Cole McLean gets the ball here in this weekday ODAC matchup between Guilford and Averett. Thomasini III here, and we are getting set for the top of the 5th. McLean, who will surely be pitching this weekend against Randolph-Macon, getting an inning here. I would be surprised if he got more than just an inning, obviously with him projected to pitch on Saturday. So we'll see how this goes as McLean's first pitch misses, and it's 1-0. Got that one for a strike. McLean pitched against Lynchburg on Sunday. Coming in here, making his 11th appearance. This is just his 2nd time coming out of the bullpen this year. This one's hit over towards right field. Ziski comes over and makes the catch. There's one away. Send up Ryan Rodriguez here, the first baseman. 1 out and nobody on in the top of the 5th. McLean 32 strikeouts this season through 39 2/3 innings. And that one misses somewhere. Rodriguez and then Carter Bloom Sets a plate for the Quakers' 6-2 game here. Fouled straight back. That one misses low for ball 3. So Rodriguez in full command of this at-bat, 3-1, trying to get a base runner on here for Guilford. 3-1 pitch is in there for a strike. And this one arguably the biggest game of the season for Averett, even though it's just the Wednesday game, is that one misses inside for ball 4, and Guilford has a one-out base runner. But just because of where Guilford is in the standings and with them evening up the series, if they're able to close this out, it would shrink Averett's lead over the 9th place team to just 2 games in the last 5 games of the season, and things would get significantly tighter down the stretch. But as I mentioned during the pregame, though, Averett controls their own destiny. If they win 2 or 3 more games in the last 5, they will surely clinch. This one a big one considering where Guilford is in the standings and trying to leapfrog Averett. This one's going to be hit in the box, foul, and so McLean gets ahead 1-2. But even if, worst case scenario, Averett did lose this one, they lost to Ferrum on the road and they got swept by Randolph. If they were to sweep EMU in that last series on the 26th here at home, it would potentially get them in, as this one's going to be hit over towards first base, over the head of Romano and into right field for a base hit. And that's going to make the runner go first to third. That's Rodriguez, and now there's runners in the corners here with just one away. So a lot of scenarios, obviously, to go over, and things will make a little bit more sense as we head down in the last 3-ish games. Still so much to play for all the teams left in the ODAC, and Averett obviously one of those teams. But one thing that this could do is it could seal Averett's fate for home field advantage if they can't come back. This one's going to be hit through the hole, and that's going to get into right field for a base hit. It's an RBI single for Chris Shoemaker. Wow, half a day. Came into today with a batting average of 170, and he's got 4 RBIs here in the first 5 innings. So a big day for Shoemaker. He had that 3 RBI double in the first to break it open, and gets another hit right there. Ethan George now steps in. McLean gets that one in for a strike. Nine hits now on the day for Guilford. And like I said, too, about McLean coming in here, I'd be really shocked if he goes more than 1 inning. He's going to pitch on Saturday, and so got to be careful with his pitch count as well. I don't want to get it over 20. Got to keep his arm healthy for Saturday. So McLean got to be careful with his pitch count. Behind in the count 1-2, or 2-1 rather. And this one's going to be hit towards right field, slicing, and Ziski's able to make the catch. The runner will tag from second and head towards third. So now there'll be runners at the corners here. Nice play out there by Kevin. Christian Chenin now will step in. The center fielder was made a couple of dazzling plays out there, diving all over the place into left and right center field, saving multiple extra base hits. He's 0 for 2 so far at the plate, so looking to show up at the plate as well as in the field as he takes that one for a strike. Jenin sets this one over towards short, and nice play there from Michalowicz. Makes the play, and that'll retire. That was a very interesting play. Nice play from Nathan, and that will retire the side. So we'll send it to the bottom of the 5th here. Guilford does get a run on a couple of hits. They lead 7-2 here in Danville. And Nolan McCabe will lead us off here in the bottom of the 7th. The Cougars trail 7-2. Looking to get a leadoff base runner on here and start a little bit of a rally. Royals in his 5th inning of work now. Definitely an interesting move here. Guilford will be playing on the weekend, and so with it being Wednesday, I'd be curious to see if Royals does come out on Saturday for the Quakers. We'll see. Good off-speed pitch there. Yeah, that was pretty nasty. And now it's 0-2. McCabe 1 for 2 so far today. His 3rd at bat right here. And he takes low. 75th pitch here for Royals. And yeah, I mean, just start to wonder about his availability over the weekend, if at all. And got McCabe looking on the outside corner for strike 3. And a pretty breaking ball there from Royals, his 2nd strikeout of the day.
Now batting for Averett, number 15, Trevor Testerman.
Send up Trevor Testerman here. Trevor's got a hit and 2 at-bats. Royals just all around the zone right now, working his fastball, his breaking ball. He's got good sequences, and you can just tell he's in a rhythm right now. And Testerman looking to break that up. Good off-speed pitch there, and you can just see it. Getting ahead on Testerman here, 0-2. Misses badly there. One-two pitch here to Testerman, and that one misses outside. 2-2 pitch here to Trevor. And he swings and misses, strike 3, and so 3 straight strikeouts for Royals, and there's 2 away here. And doing it against the top of the Averett order.
Now, batting favorite, the designated hitter number 41, Preston Robbins.
Disappointing start to this game against Guilford. Obviously, plenty of game left, but Cougars got to start soon as Robbins fouls that one off. So Robbins was hit by the pitch, I guess. That was a very interesting play. Been watching baseball my whole life. I was a little bit confused on that one. Regardless, though, P-Rob gets on base. Love to see it. And now we'll send up J.C. Berry with 2 outs and a runner at first. And he first pitch swings and hits this one to shallow left field. This one could be trouble, but coming in and making the catch is Tudor. And that'll retire the side. It'll send us to the top of the 6th. And Guilford and Royals, pitcher Tanner Royals, pitching a gem against the Cougars here on this Wednesday afternoon. Timmy Schwer on the bump for the Cougars, the Schwer Bear. Be getting the ball here in the top of the 6th inning. Be going up against the top of the Quaker lineup, Skylar Dark, keep doing that today, Aaron Williams, and then the 3-hitter Rylan Smith. And so Tim Schwer will have his hands full for sure, as this lineup has put up 7 runs through the first 5 innings. Schwer coming in here today, making his 7th appearance, all out of the pen. He's posted a 3.12 ERA, one of the best on the team in a smaller sample size, but 8 2/3 innings, 6 walks to 4 strikeouts, and opponents are only hitting 138 off of the Schwer Bear. So we'll see what Timmy's got up in store here in the top of the 6th. Send up Skylar Dark here, the leadoff hitter for the Quakers. 2 for 2 today with a walk. He's been on base all 3 times that he stepped in. And Tim's first pitch is a fastball that is hit into right field for a base hit. And so Skylar Dark, have a day. He's 3 for 3, and he's been on base now 4 straight times. Aaron Williams will come up now, and the runner at first. So both times now, or all 3 times really, that Aaron Williams has been up at the plate. He's had a runner at first base at least. Now, Dark has had some trouble on the base paths. He's been thrown out twice. First pitch is fouled back. So Dark was thrown out, caught stealing in the last time that he was at first, and then he was thrown out at third base on a hit from Williams back in the first inning. And so see if he tries to steal again right here. Not going. And the fastball hits him. So Aaron Williams now. So we have a hit by pitch. And it's first and second here with nobody out. And I'll see here Rylan Smith stepping in. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI. Did strike out in his last at-bat, but normally you would think about bunting here, but when you got a guy batting over 400, you'd probably be swinging the bat. We'll see if he swings. He will, and he'll sky this one towards right center field. It's coming in is Ziski, tagging at second, but then coming back is Dark. And it's the first out of the inning. Nice catch there from Big Kevo. So Tudor now will step in, the left-handed batter for the Quakers. And 10 hits for Guilford here today. Rodriguez on deck, the first baseman. Schwer's first pitch is a fastball in the outside corner for a strike. Guilford looking to blow this one open. They lead by 5, with a couple of ducks on the pond. Trying to bring him in right here. Tudor. Long hold from Schwer and now throws, and that one low for ball 1. Now we'll get time called as Barry going to go talk with Tim at the pitcher's mound. Tim is another one coming back from injury, missed a little bit of the early part of the season, started to ramp back up, and he was primarily a starter last season for Averett in his sophomore season and junior or freshman season. Coming out of the pen this year, trying to keep his workload in check, keep him healthy. But when Tim is on, he can be one of the best pitchers, starting pitchers in this conference. And I do believe that. Had a great start last season on the road against Shenandoah into Averett's upset victory. As a breaking ball there misses outside, but when Schwer is on, he is on. He's got a good breaking ball as well. Just trying to get out of this inning right here, though. He's got first and second with just one away. And Tudor up at the plate looking for his first hit of the day. And this one's going to be hit back up the middle and through McAllister for a base hit. That's going to score 1, and it's an RBI single for Grayson Tudor. Runners will stay at first and second, though, and 11th hit of the day for the Quakers. It has been an offensive explosion here. Ryan Rodriguez now the first baseman, looking for more. And he gets more. He lines that one into right field for a base hit. Ziski will get it, and they'll hold the runner at third. Wise play there. Ziski's got a cannon. But it's bases loaded now with one away. So Ryan Rodriguez gets involved in the hit party. That's his first of the day. And now all but 2 hitters in the lineup have a hit. Ethan George and Christian Chinnan still waiting for theirs. Carter Bloom steps in now with the bases loaded. More RBI opportunities out there. This is a Quakers team that has been finding their stride. They've won 2 games in a row. They beat Carolina University yesterday in a non-conference game, and they beat Bridgewater at home on Sunday, 6-5. And so looking for more. This one's going to get hit through the hole, base hit. That's going to score 1, maybe 2. They're going to wave the runner home. He's going to get in standing, and the throw gets past the cutoff man. So each runner will advance, and a disastrous inning here for Averett as more runs come through. It's now 10-2 Guilford, and 3 runs in the top of the 6th inning. And Coach Fleming's going to come out here. And let's see, is he going to take Schwer out? I didn't see him go for his hand. I think he might just be coming out here to talk with him. And now he does go to the bullpen. And so that'll be it for Tim Schwer's day. 3 runs plate in the top of the 6th. The bullpen will get active again, and Averett trailing by 8 here in the top of the 6th inning. We'll take a quick break and rejoin you in just a moment. So it'll be Garrett Arner, Gare Bear on the mound for the Cougars. They trail this one 10-2, trying to limit the damage, stop the bleeding. And still 2 runners on base and in scoring position here. And this first pitch swinging. Shoemaker sends this one over to Testerman at third, and it goes over his head and out of play. Shoemaker 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs, and if he's able to get a base hit here, it would be his 6th RBI of the day. Just a terrific game from him. And again, just an unsung hero. I mean, he came in the day batting 176. And with only 2 RBIs on the season, he's got 4 already today, and with a chance to make it 6, he's able to get one through the infield. Corners will be playing in, and he'll hit this one to left field, coming over and trying to make the catches. McAllister, but it falls down onto the ground. That's going to drive in a run. It'll be a single for Shoemaker, his 3rd of the day, and his 5th RBI of the afternoon. And for a season for Averett that has been nothing short of spectacular, this one has been far from it. And we haven't really seen a game like this from the Cougars that much. They've been able to stay competitive in most of their games this year. But there's no sugarcoating this one. This one has not gone their way. One away here with the runners on the corners. And this one's going to be hit towards center field. Tagging is Bloom. He makes the catch. Holding at third base is Bloom. Wise not to run on the arm of Mason Williams there. So there's two away now. A nice play there from Williams. Chenna now will step in, the center fielder. Trying to make it a 10-run game. He's able to get a base hit. Good breaking ball there from Arner. It's 0-1. And Garrett is going to throw that breaking ball most of the time. It's his primary pitch. He's able to get it over for a strike. He likes using it, especially ahead in the count, try to get ahead of the hitters. There it is again, but this time it's going to be hit towards left field. That's going to get down in front of McCabe for a base hit. 15 hits now for Guilford. And a 10-run lead and an offensive barrage here. And this is definitely a shocking result right here. I don't think anybody expected either team to be up by 10 runs in a game like this. Two teams so tightly contested in the ODAC, as this one's going to be hit foul and out of play. Guilford trying to make a statement here. And like we said, I mean, they are still very much alive in the playoffs. They're going to have to win probably most of their remaining games left. Probably maybe can afford to lose one game, but that's it. And then Averett's kind of on the flip side. They really only need to win a game or two. 3 would really seal it. The way this one's going right now, it doesn't seem like Averett's going to get that today. Breaking ball here, hit out to left field. McCabe retreats back, makes the catch, and that will put an end to a loud inning by Guilford, a 5-run one at that. And they take a 12-2 lead as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning here on the Averett Sports Network. We'll be right back. Bottom of the 6th here on the Averett Sports Network as we'll get Maddox Jordan in. Averett trails by 10. It has been a nightmarish game here on this Wednesday afternoon and an otherwise incredible season for the Cougars. Haven't seen this type of results in a little bit, but it's happening right here, and Averett just trying to get through it. Jordan swinging at the second pitch of the at-bat and hitting this one over to right field. Dark makes the catch, and there is one away. So this also becomes an interesting thing for Coach Fleming. You know, you've got this big weekend series against Randolph College, Randolph-Macon rather, and so you have to control your pitching staff and as well control who you send up to the plate. Want to make sure everybody's healthy and those starters who are going to play on Saturday are good to go. And Romano takes a big cut there, 0-1. But we already had one pinch hitter. We'll have another pinch hitter on deck. It'll be Caden Grider. And so Grider will come in to pinch hit for Teddy Hauser at second, so he'll come into second base. Maddox Jordan will come in at short. And that one just misses outside. Yeah, we could see either one of Grider at short or Jordan. Sure, we'll see which one Coach Fleming decides to go with, but and Romano takes that one outside for ball forward, so great at bat there from Nick. Ooh, we'll get the Smitty cam here. Let's see, we got any daps? No daps. Gosh. No daps from Coach Smitty at first base. So Romano walks. There'll be a runner at first base now with one away. We'll send up the pinch hitter Caden Grider. So Grider will come into the next inning and play either second or short. See where he goes. And Grider hits the first pitch over to third base. Smith makes the play, throws it to second to Bloom, back to first, and he's in time or safe at first rather, and it'll be a fielder's choice. 5-4. So there's two away now, and a runner at first base will be Grider.
Now back to number 27, Kevin Ziski.
Big Kevo now will come in, and boy, is he hot. A couple hits here today so far. Ziski takes that one low. Tanner Royals is trying to get through 6 innings of 2-run ball, 3 strikeouts. He's just been terrific so far as Ziski swings through that one. 95 pitches. Don't think he'll be throwing on Saturday as Coach Booker looking to finish strong here with his starter. Ziski swings through that breaking ball, and now it's 2-2. So Tanner Royals, who has just been absolutely outstanding, and potentially his last at-bat of the game right here if he's able to get Ziski. And Kevin swings and chops this one foul. Trying to put together 6 solid innings of quality baseball when his team needs it the most down the stretch. Only got 4 games left, and Guilford just outside of the playoff picture. And a big cut and a swing and a miss, and Royals is fired up as he finishes his outing strong. 6 innings of 2-run ball and 4 strikeouts for him, shutting down a very talented Averett offense. And so that'll retire the side. It'll send us to the top of the 7th here, and Guilford in full command. It's 12-2. Luke Harris on the bump here for the Cougars. So top of the 7th action, Guilford up by 10. And we'll get our first look at Harris, the 6'3", 210 redshirt senior out of Edgemoor, South Carolina. Appeared in 25 games at Division II Limestone. A 6.02 ERA last season, 0-2 in 5 appearances, and 13.1 ERA, or 13.1 innings pitched. So Harris coming in here, looking to hold Guilford at 10. As that one misses low for ball 2, 2-0. But Harris also was a really good hitter, 271 batting average, hasn't had a plate appearance yet this season. Primarily been a PO in the bullpen. But 271 hitter, 13 RBIs last season at the plate, but now we got him on the bump. Has a nice breaking ball there, gets in there, it's 2-2. Going up against Aaron Williams, who's 2 for 3 so far today. And he hits this one to right field. Ziske comes over and dives and can't make the catch. It falls, and Williams will head towards second base with a stand-up double. 16th hit. And 16th hit for the Quakers. So runner at second base here with no outs. Smith takes a ball. Another opportunity here for Smith, who is 2 for 4 with an RBI back in the first. Trying to get that runner over from second to third if he's able to hit the ball on the right side of the field. Instead, he'll take ball 2. Two balls and no strikes here to Smith. And he takes a fastball high, 3-0. This was one of those games for Guilford they had to have down the stretch. They've got 2 games against EMU, a game against Roanoke, and then they'll finish off against Randolph-Macon College. And you feel like if they're able to, a big swing and a miss there from Harris, if you feel like Guilford can take those 2 games against EMU, who's having a relatively pedestrian season, the bottom of the ODAC standings, I would get them pretty close to the 8th seed. Smith fouls this one back, and now it's 3-2. But yeah, this was a must-have for Guilford. Averett still in a good spot, even with this game going the way it's going, and still controlling their own destiny. But Guilford can't really say the same. They really needed this, and then a little bit of help down the stretch as well. Big cut there, and a foul straight back. But if anything, it just really adds to the pressure of this weekend for Averett. Those 2 games against Randolph-Macon. I feel like they've got to get the split at least. Try to get that 1 win, get the 10th win in conference. Right now sitting at 9-7. And in danger of dropping to 9-8. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. It's banged back up the middle for a base hit. That is going to hold the runner at third base. And Williams shows off the cannon there. But it's a base hit single there for Ryland Smith, his 3rd of the day. And now there's runners at the corners with nobody out. Grayson Tudor will step in with the runners at the corners, trying to get another RBI. I think what we might have just seen here today is kind of what I explained, a team that is desperate for a win, knowing that their season hangs in the balance. I'm not saying that Averett isn't desperate for the win, but knowing that they've got a little bit of leeway, as this one's going to be hit towards left center field. It's deep, taking Williams all the way back to the warning track. He makes the catch, and that will score a run off the sacrifice fly. It's now 13-2 Guilford. The runner will stay at first.
Now batting for Guilford, number 10, Ryan Rodriguez.
Ryan Rodriguez will step in, the first baseman, with a runner at first and one out. But when we're talking about the Quakers, it really could come down to that last weekend. That's the exciting part about the ODAC playoffs, right, is that I think that it's also very possible that Averett's season comes down to the last week of the season against EMU on the 26th of April here at home. And so we'll see how it plays out, but definitely a lot on the table down the stretch, and this one, crucial game for both teams, obviously going in the way of Guilford right now. 17 hits on 13 runs this Wednesday afternoon. And that one misses inside. It's 2-1. Rodriguez looking to get on base here again. Two for four, as this one's going to be hit towards left field. It's coming in as McCabe battles the sun and makes the catch. There's two away.
Now batting for Guilford, number 12, Carter Bloom.
Bloom will step in. Harris so far allowed a run. Runner at first base here with two outs. Gonna get out of it. First pitch to Bloom is a fastball that just misses off of the plate, ball one. Bloom 2 for 3, 3 RBIs and a walk. Good pick there from Barry. A pitch to Bloom is a fastball in the outside corner for a strike. So Harris going to get out of the inning here. He's got a runner at first base. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 away. And Bloom takes that one for ball 3. Not too sure if we've got mercy rule potential here. Obviously one of those things where the team is up by 10 runs after 7. The game will end short. That's what happened on Sunday against Lynchburg. But I believe it's one of those things where both coaches have to agree before the game. We'll see. As the runner takes off for the 3-2 pitch, as will be hit over towards right field. Ziske comes over, makes a couple steps to his right, and that will retire the side. Guilford gets a run, extends their lead 13-2. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time in Danville. Bottom of the 7th here is Averett. Trails Guilford 13-2. Hasn't been their day. We'll see if they can get a couple of runs here in the 7th, as we'll lead it off with Mason Williams, who takes a first pitch strike. And, I mean, nothing short of shocking here is we'll see Royals back out there for his 7th inning of work, as this one's going to be chopped over towards second. He can't get it. Flip over to first, and he's safe. It's an infield single for Mason Williams, and I'm just not quite sure I agree with this move to keep Royals in the game. It's 13-2. He's thrown 100 pitches, and he has been spectacular. He came off the mound after that strikeout with Ziske, exhilarated. Got a big K. Obviously, you'd like to save your bullpen, but, I mean, an 11-run lead, just letting his starter go here, and the 100th pitch for Royals. And McCabe drills this one to left field. That's down for a base hit, and so Averett has the first 2 base runners on via the single, Williams and McCabe. And that's another risk that you have with putting a pitcher out with a high pitch count. And yeah, that's going to be the end of his day. And so what I thought was going to be his last pitch with a strikeout to Ziske is actually back-to-back singles by Averett, and now 2 runs responsible out there for Mr. Tanner Royals, but still just a terrific outing nonetheless. It's only 2 earned runs given up in 6 innings. It seems like he's trying to bargain with Coach Book, trying to stay in the game. I respect it. Coach Booker is going to make his decision and go to the pen, and so that ends a great day on the mound for Tanner Royals. He'll be in line for the win, but a couple of runs responsible out there for him, as we'll have number 29 coming on to pitch here for Guilford, Jackson Marcellus. So we'll see if Averett can strike some runs here in the bottom of the 7th. We'll be right back. Jackson Marcellus will take the ball here for Coach Book's squad, Coach Zach Booker. As we'll see Trevor Testerman step up here for Averett with a couple of guys on base, runner in scoring position here. Marcellus, one of Guilford's big bullpen arms, 16 appearances this season, 30 innings of work, and a 4.50 ERA. So he comes in here in an 11-run game, potentially really try to finish it off with a mercy roll. That is a beautiful pitch right there, and it's 0-2. But definitely not one of the low-leverage pitchers on the Quaker staff here. This is one of their bigger arms, so. Breaking ball there, and Testerman's able to get a piece of it. Preston Robbins on deck. And Averett's best scoring chance since the bottom of the first, when they scored 2 runs on a J.C. Berry single. Have yet to score since then. And another breaking ball, and Testerman swings through it for strike 3. So Marcellus comes in, gets a strikeout over Testerman, and send up the rooster, P-Rob, Preston Robbins for Averett. Marcellus, another spinner there. He's on the outside corner for a strike. And just a big midweek game right here between these two teams, and especially for the Quakers. I mean, this really gets them back into the playoff picture. They've got a really good overall record at 19 and 12. But just 6-10 in the ODAC. But this one here, and then they've got 2 games against Eastern Mennonite this weekend. They've got a really good shot at moving to 9-8. If they get to 9-8, and Averett's got those 2 games against Randolph-Macon on Saturday, just really puts the emphasis on Averett trying to split that series as Robbins takes that one on the outside corner for strike 3. And just like that, there's 2 away. But there is no doubt that series on Saturday against Randolph-Macon is going to be huge for the Cougars. They really have to split that series at least. After this one, there'll just be 5 games remaining. J.C. Berry steps in. He's got a hit and a couple of RBIs. The only 2 runs by Averett scored off of the bat of Berry. And 2 outs. You got runners at second and first. And Berry takes that fastball high. But this one, no doubt, gets a little bit closer in the ODAC and presses the importance. Berry laces this one into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third and heading towards home is Williams. The throw is going to be in time. He got him. What a beautiful throw from Dark. And that will do it. An exclamation point from the Quakers, throwing out the runner at home. And Guilford wins it in Mercy Rule 13-2 over Averett. So they improved to 20-12, one of their best starts in over 20 years. The Quakers get to 7-10 in the ODAC. Averett drops to 17-11 and 9-8 in the ODAC. Cougars have lost 2 straight. And now it sets up a big-time matchup this weekend against Randolph-Macon. We talked about it. Averett's going to have to at least split that series and try to really control their own destiny in the last 3 games of the season against Ferrum and EMU. And we'll see if they can do that. But for this one, it was all Guilford from the start. They scored 5 runs in the top of the first inning. Tanner Royals gets the win. He improves to 3-1. Jack Turner will get the loss. He'll go to 2-1. And that will do it here for this one on this Wednesday afternoon in Danville. Guilford gets the win, 13-2 over Averett. We'll be seeing you guys on the next one. So long, friends.